Bear Down Bears fans, I'm here to give you 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the New Orleans Saints, and it starts right now. All right, so if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. Also, make sure to enter the Love for Love giveaway. This is our last day. The contest does end Friday, last full day. The contest ends Friday, so make sure that you get your entry in to the Love for Love giveaway. It is brought to us by Martinelli Originals, people that give us these lovely Chicago Bear heads, which will be the prize. So if you can enter that, we'll be hand delivering. You do have to live in the Chicagoland area to win. So Bears coming in after a very, very tough and embarrassing effort on Monday Night Football, which has a lot of people saying that the 5-2 record is not really a 5-2 record. So how do we improve off of that? Even as bad as that loss was, you have to think of it like this: it's one loss. If we get a win this week, we're bouncing back. We're getting W's against the NFC yet again. That's what's important. So here are my keys to a Chicago Bears victory. Key number 1, Matt Nagy has to call a consistent, balanced game plan. And it's going to be tough this week because the New Orleans Saints are one of the best teams against the run. And it is something that we have struggled with woefully. I think we're down to about 3.5 yards per carry, an average based off of last week's game. And so you look at this Saints team and see that it's very susceptible to being attacked on the pass, and that's something that can make your run game easy. But once again, you have to look at the protection and you have to look at what Matt Nagy is scheming up. And Matt Nagy said he has those plays in his playbook that scheme up better protection for Nick Foles, give him better opportunities to stand back there and be protected at the cost of possibly a tight end or a receiver. And look, with how this offensive line has been blocking consistently, we don't know if we're going to have Cody Whitehair coming into this game just yet. You're going to have to scheme up the best possible protection that you can and call a very consistent, balanced game plan. The only way that you're going to be able to get into this New Orleans Saints defense is to really attack them through the air, kind of put them back on their heels, and then try to open things up for your running game to get going. And while this Saints rush defense, like I said, is one of the best in the league, I believe they're top 5 right now. This Saints pass defense is 30th in the league. You should be able to attack this Saints pass defense because they haven't been able to generate much of a pass rush at all. Although when they're looking at our line, they're probably licking their chops, saying that we're finally going to have that good day we're hoping for. So Matt Nagy, I look at you. You've talked about your scheme has these plays that can protect Nick Foles and allow him to step up into throws and things like that. That's what you need to do. That is what you need to do, because after a embarrassing loss like last week, where you don't even score an offensive touchdown, you get outscored by your defense. You come into this week and you don't want to have a repeat performance of that, because then it just sends you down a spiral effect, in my opinion. And to that same effect, let's not get cute versus these guys. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to stop a real running back, if they're going to stop a real running threat, let's not go Cordero Patterson on the swing pass 3rd and 1 that everybody at home watching on Monday Night Football could see was coming. So I'm assuming the guys that get paid to play defense probably also knew it was coming. Now, before I continue with the video, I want to know your thoughts. What are your keys to a Chicago Bears victory? Let me know in the comments below. Key number 2, we need to see Robert Quinn's name in the stat sheet. Key number 2, we need to see Robert Quinn's name in the stat sheet. Now, I think that Robert Quinn has done well with forcing pressures, forcing people to Khalil Mack. And that's really what they're trying to use him for, not so much to get home. But I need to see you getting home with Khalil Mack being a little bit banged up going into this week. We don't know what his status is going to be. I'm assuming that Mack will play, but you don't know what his status is going to be with the back. It's a back. Like, backs go out at a moment's notice. So I need to see Robert Quinn's name in the stat sheet this week, because that really opens up things. If you have that pressure coming from both sides, and if you're able to get home from both sides, especially going up against Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara. Drew Brees, who has been able to do amazing things in the past game without Michael Thomas. And the thing is, you really want to make this team as one-dimensional as you can, because you have really, really struggled mightily against the run. runs. So if you're coming into this game and you're getting chopped up on the run, although the pass has been the Bears' strength in pass defense, you don't want to give Drew Brees too many opportunities. And if you're able to get home, you're possibly able to get him to start seeing some of those ghosts, as Sam Darnold would say. And what that does is it just really opens things up for you defensively to kind of keep a damper on what this Saints team can do, because this is a Saints team that can put up a lot of points. So I need to see Robert Quinn getting home. We saw him last week with the big strip fumble, and so it was good to see him. Good to see him in the stat sheet. And I know Robert Quinn's one of those guys that do a lot of the things that don't show up in the stat sheet, especially like QB pressures and stuff like that. You want to absolutely make them worry about the fact that Khalil Mack's on one side and, oh snap, here comes Robert Quinn. If he feels that pressure from both sides and he tries to step up, and now we've got Akeem Hicks kind of ramping his season up. It's good to see you, big fella. He's grabbing guys over the middle. So we're seeing a lot of good pressure from this defense, and that just makes things easier on the back end for our pass defense, for our young guys like Jalen Johnson, who is improving weekly on this team, for Kyle Fuller, for even our linebackers, Danny Trevathan and Roquan Smith, because we've seen over the middle, we've been a little bit vulnerable there. So getting that pressure from both sides, getting that pressure and getting home from both sides, because I think we're pretty sure that Mack will probably record a sack in this game. He's recorded one in his last 3 games. So, but I want to see Robert Quinn get another one. He hasn't had one since that big one he had in week 1. So we got to see him getting on that stat sheet a little bit more. Key number 3. Allow these young rookies to have their opportunity to show you what they've got. We know Jalen Johnson's going to do what he does. He's getting the opportunity at that starting spot. But Matt Nagy, get Cole Kmet in there more consistently. This kid looks like he can absolutely play. That catch last week that's not an easy catch. I mean, it pass defended. He's reaching over the defender, just snatches that thing away using that big body. Let's get Cole Kmet more touches, and the same with Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney's route running has been ridiculous this season. He has been blowing past guys left and right. I mean, his speed has been unmatched so far. He has really, I mean, that play with Jalen Ramsey, where he literally left Jalen Ramsey sitting flat-footed, just confused because he's sitting on the plane. All of a sudden, there goes Mooney flying right past him. He can't catch up. Listen, allow your young guys to make these plays. Allow these young guys to get into this offense. Allow these young guys to be a consistent contributor on this offense. This is how you create your core. Now, we got to protect Nick Foles long enough for him to get the ball to him, but I think that there are some nice pieces on this offense, but we're not seeing them get put into the game. Heck, I'd like to see a Riley Ridley at some point. I mean, we saw Ted Ginn fair catching punts left and right. Maybe throw him back there in the punt game and see what he can do. But offensively, if you allow your young guys to be a focal point in this game, especially in the passing game, this is a game where they should be able to dominate, where they should be able to eat. I mean, we're talking about a Saints team that's 30th in pass defense, and so I think those are connections that you absolutely have to get going way more. I think Cole Kmet was only on the field for 21 snaps. How about we double that? How about we get that well up? Come on, Matt Nagy, like, allow this kid. You talk about you love him. You talk about you want to get him on the field more. That's your job. You have the authority to say, hey kid, go get on the field, and stop giving the ball to doggone Demetrius Harris. Just stop it. If you want him to be a blocking tight end, let him block. Let him be in there and be a blocking tight end. But stop giving the ball to Demetrius Harris. That's a 4th key. That's snuck in there under the 3rd key. Stop giving the ball to Demetrius Harris over Cole Kmet. Let this kid make a play, man, and let Darnell Mooney make some plays. But I am going to get up out of here. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. I will be down there talking with each and every one of you. If you want to continue watching our content, click the links here or check the links in the description below. It is your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.